Happy National Scrapbooking Day. I'm trying to get my camera set up so that maybe this time I don't put my palm on camera. Let's see here. I also want to make sure that I am on frame for once. Okay, so let's see if I can lift this up slightly. Never fails, right? There. Okay. Almost there. Okay. Let's see. You know what happened here? Okay. Almost there. Are we good? I think I'm almost good. All right. There. Now I can just... All right. Let's see here. Who's here this morning? Okay. Trying to make sure that if I have this in the right place, makes sure that I stay in frame. 1 second. Let's see. Am I still there? Okay. Not quite as bright as I had hoped, but you know what? It's good enough. Hi, Sophie. Good to see you. It's noon in Quebec. It is 9 a.m. here in Washington. Hi, Kimberly. Nice name, by the way. Joanne, good to see you. Thanks for joining. I've been so looking forward to this all week, and me making a layout in an hour. Hi from Sweden. Bettina, did I say your name right? Thanks for joining. Welcome, welcome. We have so much going on today. Hi, Cynthia. Rainy North Carolina. It's rainy here too today, which is kind of why my lighting is a little weird. Yeah, not quite as bright as I had hoped that it would be, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. You shopped the sale? Oh yeah, if you haven't visited our website, you want to make sure that you do that because we have a huge sale going on, and just take all your money. There's great deals on all kinds of things. Hi, Angela, welcome. Happy International Scrapbooking Day. Your order's already in. Good, good. Did you get some good stuff? I'm sure you did. We have tons of stuff on sale today, so it's a great time to stock up. If you hear my cats in the background, they're chasing each other around, and they kind of chirp at one another, and it's the funniest thing. But you got some mixed media stuff. Oh, good, good. Gifts and gifts and gifts for your friends. You've got lucky friends, Sophie. Lucky, lucky. Okay, so I think I am going to get started because I have to be done in an hour. And if anybody knows how I scrap, I'm slow. So, without further ado, if you have any questions about what I'm using or any of the what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, just leave a message in the comments and I'll do my best to answer you. If I don't answer you live, I'll go back through the comments and I'll make sure that I answer. In fact, if I put my laptop a little closer, that might be helpful. Sorry. Sorry for the arm. But if I have this over here, it makes it a little easier for me to see it. So I have one cat who joined me on my live last night who always has the need to be touching me. In fact, she's on the chair right behind me, and I'm sure she'll try to make her appearance. I really like to be able to zoom in, but did I do it? Oh, that's a little too much. A little too much. Better? Okay, that's good. I just wanted to be close up enough so that you could see what I'm doing. Okay, that's good. I just need to kind of keep an eye on where I am. Hey, Lisa. Hi, Julie. Angela. You can't find the sale. If you go to our website, you'll see an icon that says sale. Hello, Mr. Get out here. All right. I think that there's an icon that says sale. Let me check really quick because that's usually how it's set up. Okay, so if you scroll down, there's an icon that says mega sale. And if you click on that, you'll see all of the items that are on sale. Perfect. Okay, so let's kind of get started. I should set an alarm on my phone, but I'll try and keep an eye. So I am using mostly our April 2024 kits. And this is the paper that that kind of caught my eye that I wanted to use. But it's got a lot of color in it. It's got a lot of pattern in it. And so I think it's better to use some of it rather than all of it, unless you have a bunch of stuff that you're going to cover up some of it. It would be kind of cool if you could do like little 1 1/4 by 1 1/4 photos and maybe black and white, and you could fill some of the little grids or little squares and maybe cut it down just a tad. So that could be kind of cool, but I have some other ideas. So I'm going to go through this. This paper is for sure what I'm going to use. This one, probably too bold. Too bold. This one could be cute. I'm not sure. I'll pull that one aside. This one could work. This would be kind of cool as a background. It's like a light, kind of a white square on a light blue background or mint background with mint little dots. It's hard to see it. Let me see if I can change the way the light's hitting it so you can see it better. Yeah, that's better. The color seems to be a little off on camera, but yeah, so that one might work. This one might work. This is too colorful. I don't want to use that much pink this time. I'm trying to show you guys that there's other ways to use our kits rather than having everything be pink and floral. This one might work. I used this one on a previous layout, so probably not going to do that this time. And then this is our cardstock. I'm kind of leaning towards having a bluish background. These have like a subtle kind of a wood grain background. There's kind of a craft color, but I think with all the orange, that might be too much. But this is the backside. So I think that these are the few patterns that I'm going to kind of look at. And I know for sure that I want to use this one. And that I kind of like. This one I like, I think. Not as a background, but I think I might use this one as a layer. Too much. Because there's two things that I had in mind for my page. It's this paper and this chipboard frame. And the chipboard came in, I have to double check because I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. All right, if I can, because I pulled apart all the kits, so I don't know which is in which. Okay, so the chipboard frames are in our main kit, and this is a little TV, and it had little legs on it, but I cut those off, and I backed my photo. And this is a photo of our middle daughter. She just graduated from grad school with her master's in nutrition, and it was a lot, and she did it, and we're proud of her. And so anyway, I'm using this photo. This has nothing to do with her graduation or anything like that. It's just her, and it's very her. So I'm going to use that. So this is kind of what I want to base my page on. So I've got a lot of color here, a lot of color in my frame. I think if I have this yellow, I think I've got too much going on. If I do this, I kind of like this. It's got a little orange dot or outline on the dot with a really kind of a light pink, peachy dot in the center. So I kind of like that. And I like the fact that we've got a lot of squares in this one and dots here. So it gives a variation in pattern. And this one has a lot of white space. So, the blue, I don't really like the blue with my frame. So I'm going to say no no on that. I do like this one. And if you look, so if I think I'm going to use these three. You've got a bold pattern here, a medium-sized pattern here, and a very kind of muted, subtle pattern with this one. And if you think of your pattern papers, that works really well because you don't end up having all of the patterns on your page compete with one another. The other thing too is I try not to have similar patterns in terms of like more than one stripe or more than one floral, unless it's like a really large floral and a really tiny one. So I think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get rid of these. Don't think that this, and I think that this one is too busy. So let's start with these. I think I'm gonna do this one as my background because I think it has a little bit of pattern and a little bit of color, so it's not white. Even though it kind of looks white on camera, it is not. So where did I put my trimmer? And, okay. So I've got this trimmer that I got. It's got a scoring board in it, which I really like. I do feel like the blades dull pretty quickly. So, however, I will say that our papers are heavy, and so there's a lot to go through. Always keep your branding strips because our branding strips all have pattern on them, and it goes all the full 12 inches across the page. So these you can use. I'll have to do something with those. I kind of messed with them one time, and then I think this one, I'm not sure how much of it, but I'm gonna start with a 6-inch strip. Because I know that I'm gonna wanna have some of this. Not sure if I'm gonna put it all over on this side or across, or I'm gonna cut it down and put it under my photo. But, and then this one, this is my favorite. And I have so many ideas of ways that this one could be used. All right, so again, pretty pattern, keep that. And I think if you look at this, there's 3 full strips that have color all the way through. So I think I am going to cut this in strips. Let's see, line it up right so that's the thing with these, when you do linear layouts, I usually don't really care if my stuff is straight, but with this kind of stuff, it's a little more important because it stands out if it's not. And then I get like nitpicky. Okay. And the last one. Okay. I'm going to set these aside. I don't know if I'm going to cut more of these out, but I might. Put my trimmer aside for now. So my idea is to perhaps have this go across and then kind of line these up in some way, but I don't think I want them to go all the way across. I think I just want some. So at the top, this is not a full square, so I'm going to cut those off. Okay, cut these off. Here. Good morning, Sarah. Hi, Anka. Oh, yay. Thank you for putting the sale in. How are you guys? Anka, I don't know how you were here at like 2 a.m. your time. You were here last night. Okay, so I think I am going to put this, I will use liquid glue at some point. So here's my idea. When I like mock up my pages, if you guys have never used this stuff before, this is Post-it removable tape, and it's great for tacking things down. And so if you're unsure how you want things to be laid out, you can use this kind of behind it, or like, for instance, let's say I want to maybe try this here. I'll put a little tape there and it'll just hold it in place, and then I can lift it and put glue underneath it later on. But then that way I kind of have a better idea of what I'm doing. So, and then I'm thinking I want to have these kind of come down on my page, and perhaps, let's see, I think I'm going to cut this one down. I've got two blue here, and I feel like it's repetitive and repetitive in a close proximity. So I didn't want that. And then here, I'm gonna have two reds at the bottom. So I think I'm going to cut this one down. So these two are the same size, and this one's a little bit longer. But, so my thought is that I'll kind of layer these kind of like this. And here's where this tape comes in handy. You can cut a little piece of it and you can layer it underneath. So, and then I'm thinking I'll have this one down here. Okay. So this works really well. And I think you can get this tape on Amazon. It's a little expensive, but I use it for putting my dies in place, because it doesn't leave, it doesn't damage your paper when you pull it off. Okay, so I kind of like that. And then my photo, I think, will come in around here someplace. The other thing that I wanted to use was, these are our film strip dies. And I wanted to use these. And I'm gonna lift this up a little bit and put this down. Okay. So I've got this here. I want this. These are our film strip metal dies. I believe they're sold out. We may restock them because they were really popular and I love them. You can use them for your photos, but you can also use them to add texture behind your page. And that's kind of what I'm gonna do here. I wanna be able to, and I like the fact that it repeats the shape also. So that's always a good thing. Okie doke. So I believe I didn't send it to myself. Okay. So I want this here. I kind of like this maybe over the top of that. And so it just kind of, my layout's kind of cascading down, down the page. The other thing that I wanted to use is this die cut. It was either, it was from the cut apart sheet. So the paper that has the text on it, this was on the reverse side. It was part of the cut apart. So it says, okay, you got this. And I thought that it was pertinent for what I had in mind and kind of the theme behind the photo and what she's done with herself. So the other thing that I did is I just cut this in half, and I wanted to put another layer under my photo. So basically what I do is I just kind of like mess around and kind of lay things down before I glue anything down, because I am always one that will kind of want to move this way. So anyway, kind of that idea there. And then over here, I pulled out a bunch of pieces of things that I thought might work. I've cut, these are fabric border stickers, and they're printed. This one is an orange grid, and I think that these were in our main kit. Let me double check on that because I should have made notes about this, but you know how that works. Okay, yeah, so these are in our main kit, and they come in 12-inch strips. I'm not sure, I've pulled things apart, but I thought maybe I could add, and I left it on the backing. I just cut the strip out, and then that way I can move it around until I decide where I want it to go. But I thought I could put one there and put one here. And so that kind of breaks up some of the straight lines by adding that scallop there. And then don't want to lose that because I think that that adds a little bit more weight on this side. And then I'm feeling like I need some things that are, let me grab this stuff. I have a few things. So I sorted everything by color, and then that way I'll kind of know what I need and if I'm looking and I need like a specific color in a specific place, I'll be able to do that. So let me kind of pull that apart. I've got some florals. I've got one of the dimensional hearts. They came these came in our embellishment kit, and they're chipboard, and then they have a dimensional cardstock saying on top. So I might use that. And another great thing for adding layers are our Pocket Life 6x8 paper pads. They work really well. So I think here, I've got some blue over here. I'm only orange and pink. I've only got orange and pink on this side. So I think maybe adding a little. So now I've got some blue on both sides. And I think adding some green maybe. See, here's where everything kind of falls apart. Do it this way. Lay my photo on top. So adding the green, that kind of breaks up all of the vertical lines. And then on this side, I think I'll add another circular item. So I've got a circle here, a circle there. Not that everything has to be symmetrical. It's just nice to have repetitive elements on your page. And so here, I think perhaps having a little bit of green on this side too would be good. So try that. And then the heart would be cute too over here. So what do you think? Oh, see, here I am. Time flies, you guys. Hi, Miss P. Happy International Scrapbooking Day to you. Okay, so I think that for the time being, I want to get my page, I want to start gluing things down a little bit. And because there's so many linear pieces, I use a T-square ruler for this kind of stuff so that things are straight, because in situations like this, it really shows if they're not. So I'm going to pull this away. So I want to make sure, where's my tape runner? I'll go back in. I usually like to go back in with liquid glue right on the edge. And of course, would it just happen that I ran out of tape, and I'm likely, how about that? It's a miracle. I have a refill for it because I don't use tape runners very often anymore. I really use liquid glue most of the time. For a couple of different reasons, especially for large pieces of paper. It's got some give to it, so you can kind of move it around and get it in place the way that you want it. Whereas if you've got regular tape, the minute it hits the paper, it's stuck. So I think this just allows you to get it on straight. And then these, I kind of have an idea of how I'm going to lay them down. Peel the tape off the backs. But see, you pull this stuff off and it doesn't damage your paper at all. Okay, so this one I kind of would like to have it be, okay, so I'm going to use my T-square ruler here because it will help me place this so that it's nice and straight. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue in the center. I've got probably things that I'm going to tuck, so I want this, yeah, so I want this about here. I'm going to kind of center it. Okay. I believe I've got this. See? See what I did? It was upside down. Okay. Okay, and then let's put this other piece down here. I might see I get out of frame easily. So let's see. Probably put this down maybe right around here. Oops. And then maybe this one. I have these wrong too. When I end up taking things apart, then, okay, here. Okay. So this one about right here. And I feel like that center or that top one is a little bit long, but, and I'm going to move these to make sure that I've got them straight. Glue on this one. I want this to overlap slightly. So we'll do this kind of here. But I need to use my T-square ruler to make sure I've got it on straight. And then this one, I'm going to drop down slightly. And so I'm kind of trying to mirror where I've got about the same amount of space from this one here to this one here. It's close, but it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so this one goes here. And so if you look, I've got different, none of the grid, none of the little squares are lining up. You've got them toggled all the way around. That looks crooked to me. Is it crooked to you? Okay. Okay. I need not to not to worry about that. Okay, I'm gonna put a little there and a little here so it stays in place. And then these guys, I think I just want them to kind of cascade down like this. And I want them to overlap one another. So I want it to overlap a little bit here, get some of the color there. I'm gonna use a liquid glue with this. And the cool thing about, if you ever use your liquid glue and if you ever decide that you'll put your pin in it, after you use it, it works better. And it doesn't get clogged. All right. So let me clear this out. Okay. All right, so just gonna put liquid glue. Come on, baby. Here we go. Okay. So again, this works well so that when you put something down, and this dries clear, so, which is good. So I'm just gonna line this this inside edge up with the inside edge of my strip there. And let's add a little more here. Okay. I'm gonna use my T-square ruler here with this one because I want to make sure. And I just want these kind of toggled a little bit. I don't want them overlapping one another too much. And I don't want the little windows to be at the same I don't want this part that sets up the little window grids, I don't want them lined up perfectly. So, and then I think my photo will go here. And you just, we have just a little bit of, you know what? Here's what I mean. I should have, I think I need this up just slightly. But I think stuff is going to cover some of this stuff, so. I'll see how I have it lined up. Weird. Don't want that. Okay, see, this is where I get nitpicky. You know what, we're just gonna say that this is good. I wanted a little more of this towards the top, and honestly, if I had another one of these, I might have added a little bit more along the top here, but I think I just want to glue that down a little bit so it doesn't catch. Okay, So now I'm just going to add some foam. This is fun foam. It's my preference for dimensional adhesive. It's cheap. You get it in the kids section at Michael's. And it's like, I don't know, like under $5. Okay, so now I want a little bit of the film strip to peek out both above and behind my photo. So I think actually having a little bit of that film strip on that side too. So I have my photo just a little bit left of center. I'm gonna need to hold that for a second so that it sticks. And I want to make sure that it's not my gluey finger that ruins my photo. How am I doing on time? Crap. I need to get moving. This is always the hardest part. Okay, I'm gonna let that sit there. It's gonna tack itself down somewhere, somehow. Okay, then let's take this, put this, I wanna kind of layer it under here slightly. Am I even, I'm gonna move this because this is in my way. I want to move this so that it's layered underneath just a little bit. I want it to show again, I'm going to check it with my T-square ruler. And the only reason I'm doing this is because everything is vertical on my page. And so it kind of shows if things are not straight. So there's that. This, I think, where did my this little guy go? I wanted that under there, and I'm pretty sure that my some glue here. All right, so put that there. I've got a little bit of gold, a little bit of green there, and my photo is finally in place. I also some liquid glue on this one. So I cut that one in half so that I could get it to show underneath and on top of my photo. I do that oftentimes with journaling tags, and I do it with journaling cards. I do it with tags so that you get a little bit of both on the top and the bottom. I think I want to put this guy under here, and I want to tuck it underneath. Am I on frame? And so there's that. Kind of cute. My photo's still rocking around a little bit. I want to add this over here. tuck it underneath so that I can move it a little bit. Maybe wants to stick down before I'm ready for it. So I want to kind of center it. You know, here's the other thing. If this happens, add a little bit of liquid glue on top of it, and it allows you to slide it a little bit so you can get it where you want it. See? Magic. Okay. I have this guy up here. And I think if I can lift, I'm not going to be able to lift that. It's fine. I'll put that there. I think I would have put him underneath that scallop, but that's fine. Put him there. I had a green one somewhere. Where did I put him? Put him maybe under there. Add this guy. Okay, I have 8 minutes, people. Can I do it? See, this is, okay. Not exactly how I wanted it, but it's all right. I'll just, dang, I did it on both. All right, you know what? It's gonna be fine. So I'm gonna put this under here and lay that down. Put this, actually, since I'm only using part of it, cut it in half and sit that there. I think I'm gonna make it, you guys. Actually, I'm not sure I want that down there yet because you can't have a layout without some flowers. Okay, so this guy, I think, I need to lift that slightly because I want this underneath everything. I think I do. Do I not? Maybe I don't. Actually, that solves all my problems. Okay, so I can put this here. I'll slip that in afterwards. And I'll likely go back in with some foam adhesive to give my flowers some lift afterwards, but I'll get everything put down. And then this guy, I think we'll just give him a little, he's got some adhesive on him. Just gonna put him here. this guy up there. I think this guy we can put, see, I'm not sure that I put him there. Maybe I need a little, add him here. I want the green showing more than that blue. Okay, so there's that. And I feel like each one needs a blue flower. And we'll put another one. I want to be able to add foam adhesive to these, so I'm putting them on with add that little heart up there. And then there was this was from the January kit, and I thought that the colors worked out perfectly. This was the chipboard pieces that were in our main kit, I believe. And just add him. And let's see if there was anything else that I have a couple of butterflies. There's one. I have another one somewhere. Thought I had two somewhere. Where did I put it? Did I have a blue one? Okay, well, I have misplaced a butterfly. And I will find it later because I had two. So I think that I'm just gonna put a little bit right here. And it's 9:58, people, and I finished. Not sure if I like that there. I might actually not like him there. I think I like it without. I may put a title here, and I think I will put a title with these alphas. I just need to figure out what I want it to say, and then I will share a copy of a photo of my finished layout in our Facebook group. You want to make sure that you join our Facebook group and participate in our challenges this week. Create a layout using 3 pattern papers, and let's say either a punched or a die cut shape and a chipboard, some kind of a frame. And yeah, so three pattern papers, and I'll put the details in our photo album, but 3 pattern papers, either something that's been die cut or punched, and a chipboard frame or a frame of some sort. And then you have until the 12th to create a page that includes all of those things and upload it into our Facebook group in the coordinating album for my challenge, which is challenge number 3. and you'll have a chance to win a $15 gift certificate. We've got $15 gift certificates that are up for grabs for every one of our classes this weekend. So you'll want to make sure to do that. If you haven't joined our Facebook group, just go ahead and request to join, and we'll let you in and you'll have access to all of that information. I'll be doing some free cut files this weekend as well, and you won't want to miss those. And coming up next is Anka's class, and she's doing a mixed media and stitching class, so you don't want to miss that. And I believe that it started 1 minute ago. So head over there, visit our sale too. Great time to pick up some products. And like I said, all of our kits are, the products in our kits are exclusive to our kits, so you can't find them elsewhere. So shop to your heart's content, and then you can watch our designers create all kinds of amazing things. And then when your orders come, you can make the beautiful things. Or you can make beautiful things with the things you have on hand using the tips and tricks that we've shared with you. So until next time, I will see you a week from Sunday for Sunday Fun Day Live. Happy National Scrapbooking Day. I'll see you soon. Bye.